downtown Indianapolis. We are at the beautiful Lucas Oil Stadium. Just a short time ago, smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with the Houston Texans. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
Jonathan Taylor, the ball carrier.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
From the 27, Rivers. A good throw here, finding Pascal. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Rivers to the rookie Pittman for a Colts 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 40.
One of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And 3 yards there, takes him to the 45.
25, Marlon Mack.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. On 2nd down, but we do have a flag on the field. This is in the area where it might be coming back. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Quick throw here to Hilton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
6 brings up 2nd and 4.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. And Pascal's got it. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Draw play as Rivers gives to Taylor.
J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. He completes this one to Mack. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
From the red zone now, Rivers. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in his opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that that could be a really, really frequent combination. Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Rivers. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Hooked on by Justin Reed. And he is going to be stopped on the return at his own 3-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
A confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4.
The Texan ball carrier.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on 1st down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
The first carry now, this is Johnson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
No gain.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held him to no gain.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. This is caught, it's Cooks. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 1st down Texans, Watson hooking up with Cooks. Yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Pretty good job there defensively of stringing that one out.
Yeah, you've got a quarterback who's waiting and waiting for something to develop, and it just never materialized, and down he went behind the line of scrimmage.
Watson gets one into the hands of Cobb. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 16 yards, a 1st down.
And the Texans.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
We're scoreless after 1.
With no score.
Texans football to start quarter 2 as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. second down. Johnson pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Johnson again.
That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to third down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
I like his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need one. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49. A gain of just 2.
He's across midfield.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
From just shy of midfield, Watson. On the catch, it's Duke Johnson. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 33. 16 yards, a first down.
16 yards.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting.
Oh, the ball is hit. Watson lost it. And I believe the Colts have recovered. Yes, they have. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
But we were out of practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a 2-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. 2-hand. Oh, I get it. 2-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Jonathan Taylor, the ball carrier.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Rivers now from the 50. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
First and 10.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
And down inside the 15 he goes. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
At the 4-yard
From the 4, this is 2nd down and 1. Rivers going to give this one to Taylor. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Jonathan Taylor, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
First down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. 15 yards on the play, first down. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. To the air yet again, Watson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. This is caught with a catch right side. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First down, Houston.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
It's a gain of 7.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Again, it's Watson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Watson looks to throw again. That's caught by his tight end, Jordan Akins. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on 4th. They run. It's Johnson. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, Watson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That catch good for only a couple.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. sacked back at the 29. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
3rd and long.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Faking the give. Now Watson. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The toss-up fly, and this is going to be caught. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Final play of the half. Rivers looking deep for Hilton. And that is incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
5-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They toss it out right to Johnson. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Again, it's Johnson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
Flushed out right. He'll run it. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Duke Johnson, the ball.
Good strong tackle by DeForest Buckner. Remember, the Colts gave up their first-round pick, number 13 overall, to get him from San Francisco, and they certainly think he's worth it.
At the Colts' 33-yard line.
On 2nd and 7, Watson. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
At the 5-yard line.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
2nd and goal at the 8-yard line.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Duke Johnson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Texans have taken the lead. And, Charles, when you catch that toss going right or left, really, but right in this instance, do you go straight for the pylon? Is that where you're going?
Well, typically you want to try and maneuver people a little bit so you have some space to get to the pylon. So I want to make sure I try and move them a little bit to the inside, and in this case to the left, so I get to the right side and get to that pylon and wink at it as I go by.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. They run with Taylor. He's got a first down and then some in midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. 15 more yards there and quickly another first down.
1st and 10.
I absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Back to Taylor on first down. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 more there and another first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Now it's Mack, draw play, and tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard, stop short of the 35.
Mack, the ball carrier.
You know, it's not just all athleticism for defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll try to throw here. Rivers. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Nolan Mack, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts are going to jump back in front. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover it, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. He oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the 3rd quarter. Now they relinquished that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right? Where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play that changes that maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
First down.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. And that'll be incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Watson's throw here taken in by Cooks.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
19 yards.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he's got this down to the 35. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Watson again. This is Johnson.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fuller. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A very solid gain of 27. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be brought down at what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Running this with a wide receiver, Fuller. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Texans have once again taken the lead.
This feels like something we'd see more commonly, CD, in a college game. They give it to the receiver down here in the red zone, but it winds up successful.
Yeah, partner, I think you think it's less likely to find running space to the edge down here close to the end zone where things are so condensed. But a lot of times you end up focusing on the running backs, and they're able to slip it to the receiver, and it resulted in a touchdown.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in the tightrope.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rivers. Taken in by the tight end, Doyle. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. He can run for it, and he will. Rivers looking a little nimble there as he picks up a 1st down.
My partner, I'm a defender. I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the 1st down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
On 1st down, Taylor. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity, usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They go to the ground again with Taylor. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
2nd and a yard at the 30-yard line.
They'll run it out of the gun. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Brought down at the
Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Rivers to throw this time. He'll give this one to Pittman. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Rivers. And it's caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Colts have taken the lead here in the 4th.
For the extra point.
It's up and good to make it 21-17.
Makes the score Colts 21. Texans 17. Rigobert
Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 34.
And the Texans first down.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he's taken down inside the 30. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
13 yards.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. A shotgun snap for Watson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Will Fuller. A gain of
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Throwing right, and that's complete. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
And it's
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he can get a good head of steam going.
He finds his target, Fuller. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead.
The score, Texans 24, Colts 21. Matt Bosher set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle around twice with the encore. You know.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. He's back to throw. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And he'll get it near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 30.
Now Rivers.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Back to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Rivers to throw. Campbell making the catch. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Rivers. They'll run the screen with Mack. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Rivers. Going for it all. Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by the corner, Bradley Roby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Their own 20-yard line.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts. As the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. And they take a knee.
I run for the set, my tennis nothing left. I don't run to the right until we all got them buckets. Footsteps coming, coming.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Texans, their battle to finish 500 gets a slight lift as they move to 6-8 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they've plummeted now to 3-11. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.